Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to episode 21 of the Non-League to Legend save. We are still with Plymouth. Now, we did toy with the idea of moving clubs. Ipswich got relegated last season. Their manager got sacked. I applied for the job the day that he lost his job and instantly was unsuccessful because they said the interview process was over. So I don't know whether they had someone already lined up or something like that, but that was the only job that really came up, and I wasn't overly bothered about leaving Plymouth because, promotion last season, and if we look at the table, or not the table, but the predictions, um, they seem to think we're going to have a really good season. Now, we were down, I think, when the season first started, we were down here somewhere, 9th, 10th, 11th. My signings have possibly pushed that up to around that level. But you know, it's all good. They're never normally miles and miles away. So I'd like to think this season I'd be happy with sort of top half. But it kind of depends because I do tend to get a little bit now that fourth place has been mentioned. I will probably be hoping that we can get playoffs at least. But I think in terms of what we've promised the board, I think top half would be a good finish. They're expecting mid-table, so yeah, not too bad. So today's episode, we're going to bring you Oxford at home and QPR at home in the Carabao Cup first round. Those two games, they're both at home, but they should give us a bit of an idea in terms of sort of where we are as a team. So let's go through our transfers. Now, we struggled really. It was difficult to bring players in that were of a decent standard. Let's deal with the outs first. Tom Purrington, our ever-present right back, he's gone to Wolves for £1 million. They started the bidding around 200k. I thought, nah, not interested in that at all. I'd rather keep him. He's got good potential. But I kept asking for more. They upped it 700, 800,000. I thought the board were going to just accept it behind my back. They never did. They finally offered 1 million, and I thought, you know what? That's a little bit too good to turn down. He's 3 stars currently. We can probably replace that. So he's gone out for 1 million. Ben Hinchcliffe has gone out on loan. I mean, he's a nothing player. He's not. He's going to stay at the club until his contract expires, essentially. And James Montgomery, who we bought in from Gateshead, so it's a shame to see him go, but he has moved on, and we sold him for 100k, so not too bad. Doubled our money on him, and we were paying him peanut wages, so we've actually made a proper profit on him. He wasn't a bad goalkeeper though. Right, and in terms of ins, as you can see, we've got a few loans. Like I say, we couldn't really find the caliber of player that we wanted. But Aaron Janan, who was on loan at the club last season, he was left on. He left Ipswich on a free. He's only 3 star, but he was the record assist holder for us last season. He comes in, decent player. Pretty happy with that bit of business. Frank Bellotti. Now he's very young and he's not great now, but I think he can be a very good player. Unfortunately, he got broken ribs and he was out for a couple of months. He's got 6 weeks left on that injury. Hopefully he comes back. But he played a game and one sub appearance, 1 goal, 1 assist in pre-season. He's backup essentially, but backup that I don't mind because I know that he should be getting pretty good over the next couple of years. Cole Da Silva from Fulham on loan. Now this guy, he's a defensive fullback. He can cover both sides. It was a bit of a no-brainer, really. So we've got him, and we actually extended Antonio and Antonis Dedes. We've had him now. This is the 3rd season he's been with us. We've extended his loan as well. We just needed cover really there. So Cole Da Silva will probably be first choice. Dedes back up. Where are we? John Terrell. Now, a lot of you would have heard of him who play FM. Barcelona, Arsenal. He's been everywhere. Most recently at Hull. We bought him in on a free transfer. £4,200 a week, not too bad. And he is going to be playing in the middle of the park, probably as an advanced or deep line playmaker. We play both positions, and it's just a matter of strengthening what we've already got, and there wasn't too many players around his caliber available, so we bought him in, even though we didn't necessarily need that position strengthened too much. Rowan Betteridge from Bath, 16k. He is a youngster. Um, I was struggling to find target men. He looks like he's 20 years old. He looks like he's got all right stats in the right places. Potential 4-star ability. He costs 16k. I'm not too fussed if nothing comes of it. I just thought he looked like an all right punt for 16k, to be completely honest. And like I say, he came from Bath, started out his career at Worthing. Never really. I mean, he played in the Vanarama National last year for the whole season. Only scored 9 goals, but like I say, just a decent youngster. Corey Jordan, 47k from Bournemouth. This guy was really well thought of at Bournemouth. He's got decent stats. We bought him in for, how much was it? 47k. He's a We lost our backup centre back, so he's just another option. So pretty happy with that. Connor Tunnicliffe from Everton on loan. He's a right back. He replaces the player we sold to Wolves for £1 million, Tom Purrington, and he comes in on loan, already better than we've got, and we've kind of got Calder Silva as a bit of a backup, and then Antonis Dedes to cover the left back position. So relatively happy with the business we've done there. I could not find strikers this season to save my life. Really needed a target man. Struggled a bit. So we got this guy on loan. 3-star now, 5-star potential. He's on loan from Burnley. Damaged cruciate ligaments. He's out for another couple of weeks, which is a bit of a pain. But he can do a job as a target man. He's got good head and good jump and reach, and he is 6 foot tall. So he can do a job as a target man, and he can also do a really good job as our other position, which is a poacher. So I think he'll be a decent signing for us. And obviously we've got Brad McGarry, our late signing last year, who I've still got high hopes for. He'll be leading the line. And last but not least, Nathan Trott, goalkeeper, free transfer, 2.5-star current, 3.5-star potential. Again, goalkeepers, they were so scarce, we couldn't find them to save our life. So we've picked up this guy, and to be honest, he matches Jack Ruddy for star rating at the moment. He's a decent player for League One sides. I think because of his potential ability, he's probably going to play week in, week out, unless he, I haven't seen him play yet, unless he starts making mistakes, etc., things like that. But that was the best we could do, really. So we only spent 63k in total, and we bought in 1.1 million. So things aren't looking too bad. Oh, wrong thing, finances. We're back up to 3.1 million. I think I took over and we were on, what, 3.2 million, something like that. We're spending 68 grand a week, and we've got a wage budget of 93 grand a week. So we can stretch that to sort of a 1.5 million pound transfer budget, but we're trying to do things on the cheap, because I don't just want to spend money for the sake of it. Because if I spent £1 million on a player, it's the same sort of standard of player as it is that I can pick up on free transfers, because we're just not quite over that cusp yet of the decent championship players and things like that, when you start talking a few million for people. So yeah, I mean that's how things have gone in the pre-season. A little bit disappointed not to pick up a few more players. We missed out on a couple. Got my eyes on another couple that are potentially coming in that I'll keep you updated with. In terms of dynamics, everything looks like it's going pretty well. I don't know if everyone supports me. 9 players support me. That'll do. So I think things are not looking too bad. So yeah, let's get into this first game at home to Oxford, and hopefully we can get off to a winning start. The friendlies haven't been bad this season. We played one formation there for the 4 games that I thought we were going to go for, and it was all a bit. We weren't scoring much, so I then changed to another formation for the last friendly, and we won 5-0. So we're going to go with that, and that one is, I'll just show you now, the one we played last season, essentially, when we were doing well, when we had Cameron Jerome and Koulibaly up top. Now, obviously, these two aren't sort of the same sort of standard, but this is the one we're going for. I also built another tactic slightly more defensive. Obviously, ignore these because these are wrong players. Just slightly more defensive. You know, the kind of play it on the counter, the kind of game we might play in the big games away from home, maybe. But we'll be starting the season off with this, and we'll just adapt as we go. All right, so let's get into that first game against Oxford. Right, this is how we line up against Oxford. Nathan Trott gets his first starting goal. Conor Tunnicliffe makes his debut, as does Calder Silva. Alex Lacey and Delaney centre backs. Samir Carruthers and Moses McCarthy in the middle of the park. Drenan, Carey out wide. Novakovic and Brad McGarry up top. We are struggling for strikers. We've got no strikers on the bench. Gavin Olsen and Rowan Bettridge look like they might play a part in this season. Four strikers for two positions, but I am going to try and pick up someone else, possibly on loan, because we haven't quite maxed out the loan option yet. But anyway, let's get into this game, and hopefully we can get off to a winning start. We've had to bring Nick Bradley in. He's pretty poor, but we had to have one homegrown player that had played at the club. Hang on, let me just turn this volume down. So yeah, we had to have one player that was homegrown in terms of trained by the club, and he is the only one other than that Tom Purrington, who we sold, that actually fits the bill there. So we had to bring him in, but it's not the end of the world. He's a winger. He may play a part. I should imagine he'll just be sitting on the bench most of the season, to be completely honest. But yeah, I'm quite happy we're staying here, really, because the scouts are starting to pick up some good players, and you know, everything's sort of working relatively well. But we just got to. I wish we had a tactic we were a little bit happier with, maybe. But fingers crossed, this tactic works out all right for us. Right, is this a proper highlight? That's a dodgy back pass. Coleman, I think we were in the hunt for him at one point, but again, not good enough, just a standard 2.5, 3-star goalkeeper. Novakovic spreads it out to McGarry. There's someone at the far post. He finds Carruthers, who shoots. That's a great finish on the volley. Volley or half volley, couldn't quite see it. That's really nicely worked after 1 minute and 30 seconds. As we see here, Oxford, we just nick the ball. Starts with Carruthers, lays it off to Novakovic, spreads it out wide to McGarry, who plays a lovely ball, and that is just about on the volley, near post from Carruthers. Great strike, great football. Right, here we go. Throw in. Miles Kenlock to Carroll. Kenlock gets it back. Plays it in the middle of the park, and we win it back well, really well. Novakovic inside to Carruthers. Can he find the run of McGarry? He goes on his own. Oh, that's different class. We've picked up a real player here in this Samir Carruthers. He didn't start well when he came to us, but once he got used to the tactic, he's been going from strength to strength. And if we can get a few goals out of him this season in the middle of the park, we'll be laughing. I've had to field off a couple of bids from Blackburn. Look at this here. He kind of gets tackled, but he shows enough nous to get back inside, win it back, and a tidy little finish. 2-0 after 16 minutes. Corner. Carey swings it in. Oxford get it clear, but looks like there was a foul, and that's a penalty. Chance to go 3-0 up before 20 minutes on the clock. Samir Carruthers will be given it to get his hat-trick. Can he do it? Samir Carruthers, that's a poor penalty, really. Can't be too harsh on him. I don't know how good his stats is. It's just an automatic thing that they give the player a penalty who's after a hat-trick. So he wouldn't have took it in normal circumstances, but hopefully that doesn't knock him too much. Right, Carruthers inside to McCarthy. First time to McGarry, McCarthy. Carey. It's patient. It's a bit negative, but it's worked well. Carey's got the ball outside. Puts it into McGarry's feet. Oh, I don't know what happened there. It looks like he maybe got tackled. Novakovic finishes it off. 3-0. And everything's looking pretty rosy, to be honest. So you see here, McCarthy just draws that defender out. Carey gets the ball over the top. Crosses to McGarry, who possibly should have done better. Gets tackled. It's a bit of a scramble, bit messy, but Novakovic there to mop up the pieces. Here we go, Oxford corner, haul in, flick to the far post. And that's a corner, so that must have been a save from the new man, Trot. Now the corner, haul to swing one in. Headed near par, dear. Set pieces are difficult on this. We've never defended them well. I need to check that. What have I got a feeling that's Milo Hall from Gateshead. He was always touted to be playing at this sort of level. Nah, it's not him at all. All right, last couple minutes of the half. I mean, we've looked in control. We've really took our chances, which is good to see, because I mean, before we weren't creating them and we weren't taking them, which is a horrible mix. Samir Carruthers with the missed penalty, but 3-1. I'm pretty happy. You certainly got to take the positives from that. I'd be interested to see how many fans have turned up as well. Passionate, very pleased. Keep it up. Yeah, we want to get that morale up a little bit. So yeah, we'll see how many people have turned up. Be nice to get the attendance up really this season. Maybe to sort of, I don't know, 10, 12,000, something like that for on average. So you can see there. Okay, so we got 9,500 home fans. I think that's pretty good, especially for a game like this. It's not exactly the one, it's going to be your Blackburns, your Ipswich and Exeter, our rivals. They're going to be the games that really pull the crowds in. Here we go, Oxford with the throw, Rafferty. Nice quick build from Oxford. Come on, let's deal with it. Let's close in. Hall swings one in. Wyke at the far post away. Carruthers away. Can we get out to the ball? Ledson. Carroll finds the ball through to O'Hare, but Trott comes out and gathers nicely. We look like we defended that relatively calmly, which is something that I'm pleased with. McCarthy. Carruthers. What can he do? Switches the ball out wide to Carey. Carey finds a lovely little ball to McGarry. What will he do? He'll cross it. There it is. Novakovic at the far post. Absolutely brilliant from everyone involved there. Carruthers just calmly plays it outside. Lovely ball from Carey into the channel for McGarry. McGarry squares it across, and Novakovic doing his job today. There you go. Lovely little ball. Great vision. Nice touch. Great vision from McGarry as well. Novakovic just slots it away at the far post. Right, corner. Carey swings it in. Headed clear. Drenan there to pick up the pieces. Crosses in. McGarry with the header. That's a really clever header, that. It drew the goalkeeper to the back post. But McGarry just sends it the opposite way, and he can't get back across. It was a little bit a bolt out of the blue, really, there. I was expecting Drenan to go back to the corner taker. But he swings one in. McGarry potentially offside there, but no one spots it, and it's given. Right, we've got 20 minutes left here. Everyone's playing pretty well. Samir Carruthers is having a hell of a game, but I want to try out John Terrell really, and I don't know how to pronounce his name. Terrell. We'll murder that a few times, but we're going to bring him on. Just he's got the slightest bit of match fitness issues, but just like I say, he is a top player. I want to see how he goes. There you go, 84 minutes gone. Novakovic looking a little bit tired. We haven't got masses of options here. We'll move Terrell up. He can do a job there, but not as a target man really. But we're kind of overloaded with these centre midfielders. So we're just going to do that just to rest him really. I'm not expecting Terrell to have the game of his life up there. Oh dear, Graham Carey has picked up a knock. We don't need this. Not with. I didn't show you the Hedges injury as well. He's out for months, so that is a real pain in the backside. We're just going to bring Bradley on. He can't really do nothing out there, but we just need to see out the last few minutes. That looks like that's probably going to be it. But yeah, I mean a decent performance, a really good result. I'm happy with that. Wasn't expecting it. I was expecting us to, but referees chucked him all over the gaff. I was expecting us to maybe struggle just like we did at the tail end of last season, but maybe with the pre-season with us, and I don't know, maybe it's this tactic. McGarry he's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders this season. He really has, because he needs to find the net a lot. Very pleased with the result and your performance. Yeah, I mean, happy days. So 3 days' time, we've got the Carabao Cup fixture against QPR. That could pose a few questions about our system and about our selection, etc. Graham Carey out for 4 weeks. That's a bit of a pain, but I think we can deal with it. So yeah, let's get on with that QPR game, and not necessarily looking for a run in the cup. I just don't want to get smashed, and hopefully we can put in a good performance against them. Okay, just before we get into that second game, we've got a little bit of news. Angel Gomez has come in on loan from Manchester United. I've just got him until January the 1st. I might extend it actually, looking at him now. We don't play an attacking midfield in the centre, but we do play an attacking midfielder on the left, and he is the best that we have. Very well suited to Sky Bet Championship football. I think he can do a cracking job for us. He's pretty good at the inside forward. Right, I can't remember if we play winger or inside forward. Either way, he's pretty adept at it. 20 flair, decent acceleration, pace, composure, dribbling, first touch, passing, technique. I think he's going to be a really good player for us. Like I say, if I can bring in maybe one striker, I'll be pretty happy with the squad. But there you go, new signing, happy days. Right, here we go. This is how we line up against QPR. I've kept a pretty much unchanged squad. The only thing I've done, Moses McCarthy, a little bit tired. I've switched Samir Carruthers into his role. He can do pretty much the same sort of job. It's a less creative role, but hopefully he can do a job there. So John Terrell comes into where Carruthers would have played in that advanced playmaker role. Dinan, the injured Carey gets out of the squad, and Angel Gomez comes in on the left for his debut. Novakovic and Gary up top. Mugari, should I say. So let's get into it. And I just don't want to get embarrassed, really. If we can hold our own, maybe not lose by anything more than a goal or two, I'll be pretty happy. I mean, they look like they're pretty compact in there. I don't know really. I don't really know where we stand. Let's get us. Come on, lad, show me what you can do. And let's go out there and see if we can make the second round. It'd be nice to have a little cup run. I'd rather it came in the FA Cup, for whatever reason. But yeah, just something to concentrate on other than just the league. Really, it is a nice change of pace. All right, here we go. I don't know if this is an attack. We look like moving the ball forward well though. Gomez, first touch into the feet of McGarry. Novakovic, lovely little return ball to McGarry. What a strike that is! I tell you, we might have found a gem here. I think he's just one of them players. You can't play him up top on his own. He's just not strong enough or anything. But the boy's got some pace and he can clearly strike one. 30 seconds in, McGarry to Novakovic, who gives him the return first time, rocketed into the top of the net. Come on, that's a great start. Here we go. Terrell flicks the free kick over the wall. Away by QPR though, and here they come on the break. Broken up by us though. Lacey to the fullback, Tunnicliffe. Drinan, Novakovic, McGarry. Can he find the runner? Gomez. He can. Lovely first touch. Lovely second. Can he put the cross in? Novakovic towers over everyone, but headers the ball over. We're only 3 minutes in. Throw in De Silva to the feet of Terrell. Lays it back to Carruthers. Back to De Silva. This is comfortable, but I don't like it when they slow the pace down too much. Here we go. QPR win the ball back. They try to clear the ball. Oh, I thought Drenan was going to pick up on that. And away come QPR. Looks like they're just resorting to this long ball though. But I think when they do get a chance, I think they might be a bit lethal. Longo, Manning. Can he find the run of the winger? And that is a very similar strike to McGarry's strike. That is a hell of a strike there from Smith. As I was getting tongue-tied, I knew the danger was coming. Smith, Luongo, into Manning, who finds the run of the winger. Into Smith. That's a lovely strike. That is definitely on par with McGarry's. 2 great goals, and we're only 7 minutes in. And we've got an injury, John Terrell. This is that's not great news. I mean, we've certainly got cover there, but he's sort of on par with our best we have there. So I'd rather not lose him for a long period of time, but we'll have to wait until after the game to see that. What does it say? He's got potential head injury. Fingers crossed that's just something that means he's got to come off like a gashed head or something, and could be out max a week, but we'll see. Could be a broken neck or something. Okay, last couple of minutes of the half. It's been there hasn't been a lot, obviously not a lot of highlights, otherwise I'd have shown them to you. But I mean, you could argue that we've possibly been the better team. Hard to tell with these limited match stats they actually show you. Um, but I am certainly not disappointed. I thought they would come into this game and QPR would just sort of really control it. Maybe that. But yeah, it hasn't looked too bad. I'm sure they'll come out after a big telling off from their manager and show something pretty positive. But so far, so good. Here we go. Douglas throw in. One back by Dranan really well. Novakovic sets McGarry away. Can he use his pace? He does. Shoots, but that looked like a really poor shot. You got to be going across goal there, pal. Makes you wonder how bad our other shots were for that one to be a highlight and not them. We go 63 minutes in. De Silva with the throw. Only finds the feet of the QPR player, which is a bit frustrating. Tunnicliffe, McCarthy, loose pass. His passing's poor. We've left too much space in behind, but De Silva looks like he's going to mop it up. Goes back to Trot. Might just call him Heather. Clearance out wide. Won by the QPR man, but picked up straight away by us. Ball over the top. I thought McGarry was going to use his pace, but looked like he got blocked off by the invisible man there. Carruthers, decent ball, Novakovic. Outside to Dranan. Can he find McGarry? He can. That's a great save, but Gomez gets the rebound. Come on. Gomez, goal on his debut. McGarry should have tucked that away. No problem, really, but it doesn't matter. We scored. So Carruthers, great vision into the Novakovic, who plays a return ball to Dranan, unselfishly plays McGarry, finds the keeper somehow, and then Gomez just slots it home at the far post. 2-1, 25 to play. Here we go, free kick on the edge, Novakovic plays it short to McGarry. I tell you, these two love each other, don't they? They can't stop passing the ball to each other, but that's a good thing. We need a decent partnership up top. Ball gets cleared away. Oh, I thought there was just going to be a big mistake there. Right, QPR, find and die on this left-hand side. What can he do? That's a hell of a challenge, Dranan. That's what we're after. Lays it back to Lacey. Tries to find Novakovic. It was a lazy, weak ball. But he plays it over the top. Novakovic is in. He's got to shoot, surely. He does. And he finds the bottom corner. It's 3-1. Come on. This is a really good result. I mean, I don't know a lot about QPR and how they've been getting on in the Championship, etc. But, I mean, they're definitely a stronger side than us. But for us to be winning here 3-1, maybe we're a little bit further ahead than I thought we were. And Novakovic, he's had a great start to the season. I was going to sort of just get rid of him, to be completely honest. I didn't think he was up to much, but he started the season really, really well. Okay. 76 minutes gone. We're going to get Cole De Silva off. Don't really know why as such. No real reason. Just almost time wasting and you know, rest people as much as we can. I think we might wait a couple more minutes and then we're going to make our last substitution. And we're going to bring Lacey off, I think. We'll wait to the 84th minute. Lacey comes off. Corey Jordan makes his debut in the League Cup rather than doing it in the league. We'll probably end up going to concede 1 or 2 now, no my luck. Okay, last few minutes we're going to go counter. This is all time wasting stuff. 89 minutes we'll go defensive. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Right, free kick. QPR played across the pitch. Luongo finds the wide man. He finds the runner who shoots but comfortable. Not used to it being comfortable like that. And then we're going to go concentrate and things like that. It just runs down the clock a little bit. Ball whipped over. That's going to be a penalty, isn't it? Oh, this is going to be squeaky bum time for the last few minutes. Let's move down to contain. Come on, Trot. Save this. Yay! Over the bar. Get in. They're really pushing hard these last few minutes. Cross comes in. Trot gathers. Happy days. We've got a minute left. Impossible for them to come back into this. Impossible. They may score one. They'll never score two. Referee. Like there was elbows and everything there. Right, Novakovic. Free kick. I'm sure this will come to nothing. This is just the end highlight. Headed clear. Luongo brings it away. Can he do? Finds the runner. Great challenge. McCarthy away. Go on, get there. Good lad. Jordan, nice and calm on the ball. That's what we want to see. McGeary, Novakovic. There we go. Full-time whistle. 3-1. I mean, that's a really good performance. We kind of stifled them a bit, and we looked like we were the championship club, to be completely honest. So I'm really happy with that. Passionate, very pleased. And it's quite nice to bring you. I think that might be the second time I've shown you 2 wins in an episode. But yeah, happy day. Ooh, fractured cheekbone. Yeah, I kind of underplayed what I thought it was. Right, specialist 4 weeks, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 4 to 6. So we've got to go here. I don't mind paying the money. I send him to a specialist. We'll probably get one of them funky little masks to wear. Okay, Jordan makes his debut. Classy Novakovic on form. Yes, he was. Right, excellent start. Excellent start. What we will do, let me just see. Before we go, I'll bring you that second round draw. So I'll come back for that in a second. Right, here we go. Second round draw. 51 teams go into the hat. We're going to draw them all because we can't be bothered to just keep clicking them out individually. Oh, we've got a draw at a Premier League club away to Crystal Palace. That is that's potentially a big draw for us. I don't think we stand much chance, but there we go. I mean, in terms of reach second round, we've already reached our objectives for it, so happy days. And I'm sure if we go out to Crystal Palace, the board will be pretty understanding. But we leave the episode top of the league only after 1 game, but it's a great start. Second round of the Carabao Cup against Crystal Palace, so things are looking good for Plymouth at the minute. We're a little bit ahead of where I actually thought we were. But thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, leave a like. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll keep trying to bring you daily Football Manager content, as close to daily as I can. Like I say, I work full time, I work a lot, and I work a lot of unsociable hours and long hours as well. So I do my best, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in episode 22.